unless it's Machine Gun Kelly. If it's MGK, there's no connection whatsoever. But other than that,
seriously, that riff is like, ooh, what I burn.
Exactly.
This pumping.
All right, everyone, we're back here on the channel Powerful Reactions. And today we're back, well, not back, but we're here with a very, very powerful guitar player, Ben Savage, from one, if not the best, deathcore metal bands, Whitechapel. How are you doing?
Hey, I'm doing well, John. Thanks for having me.
Of course, man. Yeah, so, the first question that comes to my mind, not just to my mind, but actually to almost every interview right now is, of course, how are you dealing, especially you and the other, guys in the band, with the whole situation, with the whole COVID pandemic?
Well, whenever it first happened, we kind of took it as an opportunity to work on the album because we never knew if this would come again, where we'd have this much time off from, touring. So we just kind of focused our, intent and on the record, so that gave us like a goal, during all the downtime.
Right.
But yeah, now that the record's done, and it's like just waiting for shows to go back, and just killing time like everybody else.
That's exactly the problem, killing time. Because I remember last year having Vicky from The Agonist on the channel, right? And we were talking about this, and she was like, yep, hopefully this year is going to be gone. And then now we're here, and now it's finally, you see the light at the end of the tunnel. I mean, that was probably for you guys as being an artist, the worst, that uncertainty, not to know when it's going to stop, right? Because if somebody would have told you like, okay, by March 25th, it's going to be done, then you can actually plan and calculate. But just not knowing, I think that probably was the worst part for you guys.
Yeah, I mean, just not knowing, and kind of in like situations, I guess, whenever,
yeah,
I guess those times, like I guess you kind of, that's when like invention comes in, I guess.
Yes.
What is it?
Yes,
necessity is the mother of invention. So we just kind of we worked on just our visual, like how we present the band, and we just kind of used that time tried to flip it,
right.
Rather than get like down about it, just kind of see the other side.
100%. I agree with you there.
But yeah, it does. It sucks.
When there's a situation in life where you just can't not change, right? You should try. I mean, right now, this is easy for me to say, but you know what I mean? You just should try to take the negative and turn it or transform it into positive. And I realized just last week and maybe 2 weeks ago, now that all the festivals are back on, man, I've watched performances, from Slipknot and all those bands. They are so on fire. You can just tell by their performance that they just waited for this, this moment. I mean, for us, as a viewer or a fan, it's just amazing because you can tell they recharge their battery. So again, there's something positive, about the situation now that everything is starting again, in my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, we'll see how we do. We'll shake the rust off.
Right.
Like it seems like we're going to be the last of the bands to get on stage, because our next show is in December, and everyone's hell, even Metallica's played a show.
Yeah,
that's it. And we're just just kind of just waiting. That's the thing, we just booked so far ahead of time because we had no idea what was going to happen in the future. We just figured the farther ahead we book, the more chances of everything being open.
100%. I mean, that right now leads me to one of the subscriber questions from Mark Fisher. He just asked, did the pandemic change your personal view on the general music industry? Interesting. Or your approach to writing new songs?
Yeah, since the pandemic, as far as like, I guess financially, we consolidated, what, like our bills and stuff, and just like what really needed to be paid, because
right,
not people know, but like touring is super expensive. With like bus and crew and gas and all that stuff. So it's like during the pandemic, we kind of broke it down to what we really need to pay, and like so it was just pretty much like our practice space
Mhm.
and our phone bills and,
Yeah.
and then our personal, bills, we have to do. But so, it kind of broke down like what, the like essential things that,
Mhm.
that we have. And yeah, and at the end of the day, we make music and we just try to focus, on that as best we could. Um, and we also, our merchandise is very important. So,
Right.
we tried to, kind of flip it, turn into our band to more of a, merchandise,
Mhm.
company, and like put out stuff that, we would wear ourselves.
Yeah.
Um, Not something that's, just, that's hot, at the
Yeah,
time.
exactly. Yeah,
It
exactly.
just kind of reflects us as individuals because, we do the same thing with our music. So,
Right.
um, we just try to keep it, as close to that core
Right.
as we can.
Do you know the band Dance with the Dead? You know these guys from, I
Are they
think,
like
from
an
the UK?
80s like goth
Yeah,
band?
yeah, like
Yeah.
80s retro metal, man. They go exactly for that. Their style when it comes to the merchandise, right, is just so cool because it is exactly what they go for, So that
Hmm.
was, I know exactly what you mean. That's a great idea. That's awesome.
Yeah, like yeah, we got like necklaces and stuff with we use like old symbols and we like print out like necklaces of our symbols and stuff on
Oh,
it. And it's like,
nice.
it's super cool. It's like I even wear it, it's like
You got one there? Let me see if you have one there. That would be great.
yeah, yeah, I got one. Let's see. We got these like saw blades, like
That's awesome, man.
it's old symbols, and then we got our the demon defiles a witch symbol.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah, Full Circle Symbol Company. We're
Perfect.
great work.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely post the links underneath the video. That's really cool.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we're gonna be posting some new stuff. They're all sold out now, but we're gonna
Oh,
be
oh, that's
having
good.
we'll have some new stuff. We'll have some new
Okay,
stuff.
okay. Let me know. I'm gonna definitely do this. That would be amazing, man. I'm gonna buy one personal because I'm actually a big fan of Clocks and Colors. Maybe you know the brand. I love their style. They have like similar, chains, but that's cool.
Oh, I'm not familiar, but yeah, I'll
Yeah,
check it out.
very cool brand. Okay, so I was reading something about you, and I thought it's so funny, interesting because I was reading in an article, Loudwire. Shout out to you guys. That when you were, I think you were very very young, and you were communing with your father to gym class because your father was your teacher,
Yeah, yeah, gymnastics coach.
gymnastics. Perfect. And at that time, that was the first time where you were exposed to classic metal like Metallica, Led Zeppelin, right? During the car rides.
Yeah, because I guess yeah, because we were in the car ride, so it was like more just like you're surrounded by it
Right,
in the
right.
car, and like I'd hear music around
Yeah.
and stuff, but that that's the really thing, you're kind of engulfed in it, like, and you listen to the cassette, so it's like
Mhm.
you play it from beginning to end.
Yeah, when I read that, I was like, man, this is hilarious. I got a question for you. So, do you think when you are exposed at the very young age that it might have a deeper and more, I don't know, a stronger, impact on you as opposed to being confronted with a different style of music later on when you're an adult?
um I don't know, it's hard to say because when you're a kid you kind of like, well, yeah, because maybe because you like more things when you're a kid, and then like when you get,
Exactly.
I guess when you turn older you get more I guess jaded or whatever,
Yeah.
and I guess you turn on that wall, that
Yes.
built.
Yes.
Uh, but yeah, I'd say when you're young, it's like what they tell kids to
Yeah.
tell parents to put on like classical music for
Yeah.
their children because it
Yeah.
make them smarter. But I don't know. I think it's true.
I think so too, actually. I just wanted to hear your take on because I remember hearing the first time, and this goes out right now specifically to like a metal guitar riff. I remember the feeling that I got when I heard a metal riff for the very first time. And that feeling, I cannot compare it to any other feeling, that I
Hmm.
had listening to another style of music for the very first time. This is true. Metal had something on me, I'm pretty sure on you as well, that, I mean, that feeling. And by the way, nowadays, I think we're the same age. I sometimes miss that feeling, that nostalgic feeling that we had back then. First time listening to those, riffs and bands. I mean, there is definitely something about that. You're completely right.
Yeah. Do you remember the first riff?
Yeah, it might have been the very first crazy riff that I heard. Might have been not even brutal metal. It might have been give me fuel, Metallica. Give me fuel, give me fun, down. I was like, what is that? What is going on here? Because at that point, you don't even know anything, and you can't really hear anything.
Yeah, it's Fuel Metallica, like that song. Like I could like listen to it now though, and like see it from a different perspective. Because when I was like young, listening to that song, I'm like, man, that riff is just heavy. But like, I think what brings that song together is the pre-chorus riff, or that riff is like, ooh, what I burn,
exactly.
Fuel is pumping engines. It's kind of like it lifts the song in a way, and I guess I have like a different perspective on the song now. It's just like, wow, it's great. Well crafted.
Man, that's exactly. And I remember the first time listening to "Here to Stay" by Korn. That was 2002. I remember watching the music video on MTV, and I was like, first of all, what is that? Second off, that wall of sound. That boom, boom, bum, 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 bum. 7-string Ibanez guitar. I was just blown away. I went to the store and bought the CD, Untouchables. It was,
Oh yeah, that's like the greatest sounding CD ever.
Oh, thank God, because till this day, every time we talk, it's always these people like, no, the first 2 records were the best ones. Yeah, but they were completely different. For me, the very Korn sounding record was that one. That's when they really went for
that's
monster sound.
Yeah, we used to reference that record like all the time. Like, well, just that Here to Stay. I guess like our song Tremors kind of has that vibe. Yes. We wanted it to sound like Here to Stay, and it's
right.
I mean, that record is great. Like, there's like, I think they spent like $1 million or more dollars on that album.
Yes.
I don't know,
Man,
but yeah, it sounds great.
100%. I agree. And now that Brian is back, Brian had Welch, they have that sound again, so it's great to hear them, nowadays and see them live.
Yeah.
Great live band, great live band till this day.
Oh yeah. God, so heavy.
Yeah, so heavy. Oh, yeah, it's just good. Yeah, right now we are fanboying, guys, but I mean, that record is amazing. You need to check that one out. By the way, now speaking of a sound like that, I remember listening to 2014's Our Endless War. I remember exactly where I was. I was at a friend's house and we put the video on. And when you came in with those drops, every time we were just like, man, this is so heavy. We love that. So now thinking about you and the band, seriously, every time that moment comes up, I mean, just the visuals, the video, and the drop. I love that. And I have never heard, even though it's not that complex, it is just genius of you guys to implement those things, because that's what makes a song, in my opinion, a crowd pleaser. You just want to go for that moment, especially live. Like, all right, let's go. Was that your idea?
Are you talking about Saws of Law or?
No, Our Endless War, actually, the song.
Oh, the song Our Endless War. Yeah, I mean, it's just try to find sounds that, tickle your ear. You kind of do that stuff. I guess all that stuff, like at the end, you try to like, for us, we try to like make the best song as far as craft wise, as far as like, structure wise, we can.
Yeah.
And then, after that, we kind of put all the good stuff on top. I get not good stuff, but, just try to make it, the best it can be. But yeah, like the intro Rise into Our Endless War.
Yeah.
It sounds like, it has a feeling about it. We just took the chorus riff from Our Endless War and just stuck it on the front and gave it like a marching band snare.
Right.
And it kind of evokes more of, kind of like, I don't know, like a uplifting, somber vibe to it. So yeah, just stuff that kind of evokes imagery.
Yeah.
That stuff like you can't just like reference a band, just because, it sound derivative. Oh, that's derivative of this band. Something more that sounds like, oh, that could be sounds like a funeral, like march or sounds like an ancient.
Yes. But you do it in a perfect way, by the way. I need to admit this because it's very hard for extreme metal bands to make it sound so fluid, to combine brutal parts with still melodic and groovy elements. And you guys are doing an amazing job, because a lot of very extreme bands, that's where they almost stop or have difficulties. Now, you guys, when it comes to a deathcore band, I need to admit that again, you definitely, Suicide Silence and you guys, you just blend it in perfectly.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
100%.
We go off feeling. I think it's more of like a collective feeling. Like when we're like writing songs, it's like the riff evokes, a feeling with us as a collective, and we got something.
Right.
And we, be confident in moving forward.
Yes.
I think a lot of bands, they just kind of go for just that sheer like surface heavy sound which is great. I mean, we all love that stuff.
I know,
but it's like, for us to be interested in it, it's got to evoke like a conversation between us. Like we'll hear like a demo idea and be like, it'd make us start talking about it, like, referencing things and, get excited. And
right.
So I guess it's just all from where you start, just the starting point.
It's interesting because I read that almost every one of you guys comes from a different background when it comes to metal, the metal influence. So how did you actually come to a solution at the beginning of your first song, maybe, when it comes to the direction of your sound? Did you guys, because I read that some come from, Scandinavian, European metal, some come from like deathcore, Cannibal Corpse, like you, and different styles. Did you just sit down and, and you talked over it, or was it organically? You just created something and here we are.
Yeah, I mean, we use like our influences in other bands as like a reference.
Right.
But we don't want to just copy and paste like a song that we like. So we just kind of, I guess the songwriting structure stuff comes organically.
Mm-hmm.
But, we like from the riffs and stuff, we definitely take influence from, other bands, because just like, some bands just evoke a certain mood that you can't describe without, referencing them.
Right.
So it's, a mix of both.
Right. And Cannibal Corpse is amazing, so you can never go wrong with them. It's great.
Yeah. They definitely have a style, like, I don't know, just those heavy, caveman drums with just great technical riffing over top of it.
Yeah,
they definitely have a style that all their own.
Oh man, I'm gonna see these guys live next year, so I'm down. It's gonna be great again. And George is still going strong when it comes to his headbang, ability. Unbelievable. That neck. Crazy.
It's huge. I don't know. It's so dense. Nothing can get through that.
No. I can't even headbang that much. I was headbanging when I was 16, 17, 18. Probably up to like 28, so much that now everything is hurting already. I don't know how he is doing that. I think he just reached 50, right, or 51 or something. Damn. And still, it's unbelievable.
Wow, it's like genetic. He was meant to meant to be corpse grinder.
Yeah, that or a helicopter, one of those. You don't know, something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, speaking of crazy hair, man, I was seeing that Alex is still cutting Phil's hair. So did you all go during the pandemic? Did you all go to him and like, hey, we need a haircut because everybody just looked crazy during that time? Or
Oh yeah. Alex is he's always going to be in business.
Yeah.
Because everyone needs haircuts except me. I think I'm the only never got a haircut by him. I've gotten my beard sculpted by him though. Like not this one, but before.
Nice.
But he's great. Man. He's really detail oriented and
yes. I saw those pictures. Yeah.
Keeps us looking sharp.
Yeah. Well, it's good. It's amazing. So let's speak about your latest record, because it just came out actually 4 days ago, right? 29th of October, called Kin. And first of all, because I just listened to one song, first of all, I need to let you know that the name Kin is great. Also, it's a short name. I don't know what's happening with bands as of lately, but somehow they all come up with the craziest long names ever. It's just like the path to, whatever, to the kitchen, or my way to the grocery store. Kin, perfect. I just love that. First of all.
Yeah, thanks. We've never had a one-word title.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, and it fit, we just tried to think of like just the simplest way to explain the concept. And Phil said kin, and we were like, yeah, it's perfect.
Yeah, sometimes you just hear it and you're like, right away. Yeah, perfect. Could you describe the sound of that record? And we're going to listen to Orphan in in a few seconds, because that is definitely a different approach when it comes to the songwriting. Of course, the melodies, the vocals, but just in general, that sound. Just describe in your own words, the sound and what made you guys go or decide to go in that direction.
The sound is very, it tells a dark story, and through the way we want to be portrayed, or just like how we enjoy music. Like, we try to make a greatest hits of all of our favorite music into one album, and with just a dense storyline and everything involved, we're able to accomplish that, I think. But it's I'd say just a dark musical.
Yes. I mean, the first time listening to Orphan,
psychological musical.
Yeah, perfect. Actually, it suits right now the Halloween time. That's a good thing. Time of the year right now. All right, so guys, we're gonna right now check out Orphan, and you guys will definitely be surprised, but you will love it. Let me tell you that. It's funny because the song just started, and I remember the first time listening to this one, I thought, okay, Whitechapel, give it a few more seconds, and then something will happen.
It's just the way it is. How did I find myself to be so pitiful and vulnerable? And I lay.
Yeah, David Brodsky and Allison West did a great job capturing the emotion in the video.
It's just the way that it is, and it's hopeless.
Yeah, strong chorus, man.
I'll never leave the prison inside my head. No one will.
Yeah, we definitely referenced a few other videos, like Sinead O'Connor, Nothing Compares to You. Just the kind of just a real personal look about it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, what you said earlier is completely true. That dark, personal vibe. I love it. Man, that bass line sounds great.
Yeah. That was a Spectre Alex Webster bass.
I don't feel it, mother, father, please go back to sleep. And I can't bear to see.
Ooh, here we go now. Come on, Phil.
Voice, forget my eyes, my heart.
Solo time.
It's my time to shine.
Yep.
It's just the way that it is, and it's
Just gonna
hopeless.
pause it. That's what I mean. It just fits. You guys are the masters of blending in those elements. Especially when it comes to a solo. You know how hard it sometimes is to come back from a solo, to transition back. That was great.
Oh, thank you.
That was really
Yeah, all the it's the elements, just the riffs, how they sound. They sounded good together.
very
So
good,
that's just have to have good starting blocks.
for sure. All right, let's continue. Great song.
I'll never leave the prison inside my head. No one will ever understand the way it feels to shut out the emotion that drives me back to you.
Oh, beautiful. Now the outro guitars. Nice. Ooh. Mr. Ben. Great.
Interesting.
David Brodsky. There you go. Alison Wist. All right. What a cool production. Very cool.
Yeah, I would have Zoom calls with Dave Brodsky and his wife Allison, and they would we just kind of go over things. Like, we wanted the Orphan video to kind of be the polar opposite of what the Blood-Soaked Symphony video was.
Yeah.
Because that video was just sheer, just dark evil.
Mayhem. Yeah.
So Orphan needed to be kind of opposite of that.
That was great.
So just really like stark imagery, kind of referenced that movie Eraserhead, just like the black and white sort of contrast, and it's just really like personal up close videos. Like that Slipknot video, Before I Forget, was a reference.
Oh, that was great.
Up close. Yeah. And what is that? Somebody that I used to know. Like,
oh, nice. Interesting.
Goat Ye, that kind of.
All right.
Is that, and Disarm, Smashing Pumpkins. That was another reference point.
Very
just
interesting.
Real
yeah.
Up close
camera angles.
Personal shots. Yeah.
Yeah, those make a difference because that's not what we are used to seeing nowadays. It's never like that anymore. It's just like honestly, I hate nowadays the music videos, especially when it comes to popular music. It's always the same,
Yeah, just real by the numbers. Like,
yeah,
it's like on a template. Like, oh, this works, so
yeah,
just do that.
Yeah. I don't like it at all. Great song.
Yeah, it's good to have. Thank you. Yeah, it's good to have conversations with the director beforehand. That's what we've learned over the years. We're just like recently starting to utilize it, but just have conversations with the directors, and you'll all be on the same page.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Man, I cannot wait. That was the third single, right? That was the third single, and the record came out. So how has been the reception right now of the record? How's it going right now?
Oh, it's been great. Like, fans are really open to it. I think they're just, they're really connected with the story. So, as long as we, pull our weight musically, and, Phil does his thing, people will connect to it.
Yeah.
That's what we felt, writing it.
100%. You did something really, really awesome. You are actually you stayed true to yourself. So you can always go as a band into a different direction as long as you are staying true to yourself. And the people will realize that if you do or not. And this is right now a different style, maybe different approach, but this is still Whitechapel. This is still you, and this is real. So that's what people realize. I hope at least, the majority does. Because you know when bands go into a different direction for the reasons that we don't want to say why, but who know why. You just realize it right away. You could
sniff it out. Just like, oh wow, that's screams sellout right there.
Right there. I mean, I have already a few names in my head right now, but we're not gonna drop them. But that's how it goes. So you guys made it perfectly there, in my opinion. Really well done.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Like when we write the heavy songs and this, and the more melodic songs, they all start from the same place. I mean, it has to make you feel something, makes you makes you want to start a conversation, or something like that. So it all comes from that one source.
Yeah
Just kind of go from there.
I agree. A lot of times when we do reviews or reactions, people ask me, what is your favorite band? And then I said, most of the time it is heavy stuff. But of course, I like other songs, other styles, as long as you just said it connects with you on some kind of level. It has to have that connection. And it doesn't really matter what it is. Obviously, for us, it's more metal, just what it is, because we like that, just energy go forward. But it can be anything. So when people ask me, what is your favorite style of music? I say good music. It sounds ridiculous, but good music, just music that connects.
Good music.
Right. It's a piece of art, right? It's a piece of art form. So it has to connect with you. That's what I'm thinking.
That's right. It's as simple as that. Good music.
That's it. It's the same as with a movie or a piece of art. It's still art. It has to connect with you.
Yeah. Just like it'll, in like an emotional sense, emotions stick with the listener longer than, just kind of a fleeting, kind of thing.
Unless it's Machine Gun Kelly. If it's MGK, there's no connection whatsoever. But other than that, man, did you see what happened a few weeks ago? All the mess with him and everyone.
Slipknot
and Matt Heafy later on as well. Trivium.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is all about. It's just crazy. I don't even.
Yeah, people just running their mouths.
Yeah. Anyways, he might be starting a classical rock band or maybe even jazz at this point because, he messed with Eminem and he stopped doing rap. Now he's messing with Slipknot, everyone else. He might be stopping, doing music, rock music, and we might see him doing some jazz or gospel. You never know with him.
Yeah, he'll always be doing something.
Definitely something.
You know that.
Yeah. Benjamin, thank you so much, man. That was great.
Oh, thank you so much, John. I appreciate the time and the interest, and thanks for having us.
Definitely
having me on this channel.
Definitely. I want to have you guys back once the tour starts, and we're gonna see you guys live. That would be amazing. December. Yeah.
I'd love to.
What about festivals next year? Are you already booked for some overseas festivals, big ones here? Download, Rock am Ring, Wacken, Reload, one of those?
No, not next year, because we're just seeing how everything works out in the world. We'll just go from there.
Good. That's good. But that way,
be back. We'll just,
of course,
it's just gotta make sense. We don't want to be at the airport and be detained in Germany.
Yeah.
Because something's weird on our visas, or
Well, that would be a problem. You come to my place, we party here, all good. But other countries, other countries, I agree. That's true.
Yeah.
No, but in all seriousness, you're right, because now bands are canceling yet again. The November, December tours for some reason. Nightwish just canceled their European tour. I think most of the dates. So it's happening again. So I think you are doing it the right way. Just wait a bit more and then go, 120%.
Yeah, just hold out.
All right, man. Thank you very much.
All right. Thanks, man.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.